there, Souls Collectors, and welcome to another Bossk's Bounty video. And in this video, I'm going to be doing an overview of Wave 57 of the Vintage Collections. This is the fan channel wave that includes the Snowtrooper and the E-Wing Pilot. I want to say a huge thank you right now to my buddy Brad over in the US for helping me acquire this set. Thank you for doing all the running around for me, buddy. I really do appreciate it. This set is from Entertainment Earth, and as you can see, this is the first wave to use the new style shipper boxes. You can see there, these open from the top rather than the end. We'll compare them in a second, but this is supposedly to combat the issue of the bubble rub on the card backs. This is supposedly going to fix that. However, we do have the issue of the crease above the hanger tab, which apparently hasn't been fixed using these new boxes, but we'll check out the condition of my samples in this box in a second. But yeah, if you happen to enjoy the video, hit the like button down below, subscribe if you're new. We're just going to take a quick look at the figures and the card backs as I pull them out of the box. But first of all, let's just take a quick look at that shipper box versus the previous versions that we used before. All right, so here we have the shipper that they've always used, at least since the Vintage Collection came back, and they were doing 8 per case, and it was sort of like the figures standing upright. And apparently what was happening when these were stacked up on top of each other on the pallets, they were pushing down, and obviously because they've made the figures thicker in terms of the card stock, they were sort of like, they didn't have anywhere to move within those boxes, and they were kind of like rubbing against each other, and that was where we were getting that sort of bubble rub on the card backs. This apparently fixes it now. They're on their side, as you can see in there, so when they push down, there's a little bit more space in there, and apparently that fixes it, so that's good news. All right, let's get into this then. Let's pull out the figures one by one from the shipper. We'll just take a look at how they are packed in. There you go, you can see there they're on their side. You can see we've got a bit of a warp going on there, but you know, they have a little bit of wiggle room in there. They're not sort of like really up against each other, so maybe we're going to get away with not having that rub going on the card backs. But let's pull the first one out, and first one we have is Lieutenant Callahan. This is the E-Wing Pilot from Ahsoka. Again, I've held this figure in hand at MCM Comic Con. I was actually part of the reveal there, which is quite exciting to do. VC351. I mean, this figure's got its faults as well, but we did need the pilot for our E-Wings. Looks pretty cool. And in terms of the condition, actually, yeah, I don't see any bubble rub there. And let's see, do we have the crease on the hanger tab? I can't really see one on that particular one, so that one's all good. But I know people that have got this wave already in the US have had that. So there we go, the Imperial Snowtrooper Hoth Battle Gear. We'll talk about the name pill when I do a review. No bubble rub on that one, and the hanger tab on that one looks really good actually, so I'm quite lucky. So I've obviously got 2 of these in this case, and to be honest, I'll be opening all of them because I want a little army of snowtroopers, but I will have to get a carded sample. Here's the other one. I might keep one of these carded depending on the condition, but you can see a bit of sort of rub there by the hanger tab. That's not too good, so I'll definitely open this one on the review. VC349, so you get 2 of those. Amazing figure, can't wait to open that one. And then we get Aura Singh repacked from the Phantom Menace without some of her accessories that she got with the original release. Different card back image and photo reel apparently. So again, I'm just looking at the hanger tab there. That one seems okay as well. So I've been quite lucky with the hanger tab here. No bubble rub either, which is good. Let's move this out of the way. We can see these. So next up we have VC350. That's Chopper in his Imperial disguise. Now this is the one that's got a bit of a warp going on. I don't think the shipper is to blame for that. I'm thinking maybe it just went in like that. VC350, pretty cool. And you actually get 2 choppers in this case assortment. There's the other one. Again, a little bit of a bend there on the card, but again, doesn't seem to be any damage on that hanger tab, which is good. So I've been quite lucky, but as I said, people have definitely been reporting that they have seen that still with their carded figures. Now this one's really warped there at the top. In fact, that's actually caused a crease there, so that's the one I'm going to be opening up for the review. Dr. Evazan, so that's not too good. Not too sure how that's happened, but that one's definitely got a crease right across there. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. So that is the one that I'll be opening. Now, of course, this is a reissue of Dr. Evazan. We've had this one before. New image on the card back, though, and it's a great image, that. VC57, they kept the number. Because essentially the figure hasn't changed, and I think that's like their rules now. As long as the figure doesn't change in terms of the sculpt, then they keep the numbering. But, you know, they kind of break their own rules as they go, don't they? So let's have a look at the last ones. We've got 2 Dr. Evazans, and that one actually looks pretty good in terms of the card back. Okay, we've got a bit of a rub around there where the punch machine has sort of made a mark. But that's definitely the better of the 2. And yeah, none of mine seem to have that crease above the hanger tab, which is a good thing. But as I said before, a few times in this video already, I have seen some examples of people in the US where they have seen that. So it is still happening. All right, so here is the case assortment in front of you. See all 8 figures together. You get 2 Dr. Evazans, 2 Choppers, 1 Aura Singh, 2 Imperial Snowtroopers, and 1 Lieutenant Callahan. Now, I feel if this was a case that was going to retail, so to your Walmarts and your Targets, then I feel they may have done better if they'd put 3 of the Snowtroopers in and maybe 1 Chopper or 1 Dr. Evazan. I feel that these 2 here probably wouldn't be massive sellers out in the wild, and as I said, as a case assortment, you'd probably want maybe an extra of the army builder, but I don't think it really matters necessarily with these fan channel waves what the case assortment is, as much as if it was going to retail. Certainly not. But you know, me personally, if I was buying this wave as a case, then maybe I'd only really want 1 Chopper and maybe 3 Imperial Snowtroopers. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As I said, it probably doesn't matter that much considering it's a fan channel exclusive wave. People are going to be buying solid cases of the Snowtrooper anyway. But you know, in terms of an overview, it's not an amazing wave. Aura Singh not having the full accessories is a disappointment. Lieutenant Callahan was needed for the E-Wing, although that figure does have its faults. And you know, I'll be talking about all of this in much more detail when I do the actual reviews. Imperial Chopper's a cool one to get, and you know, for the people that didn't have Dr. Evazan and he's got photo real, you know, it's an all right release. But let's just say I've seen much better waves out there, but really the star of the show is the Imperial Snowtrooper or Imperial Stormtrooper Hoth Battle Gear, if you want to be 100% correct about it. And this figure I know already could potentially be my figure of the year because I've already had this one in hand at MCM Comic Con. I know how good it is, and I can't wait to review it properly on the channel. It's going to be a really good figure to sort of deep dive into. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the overview of this wave. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to my Patreon supporters and channel members as always. Be sure to check out all of my single reviews that I do for these figures over the coming days. So thank you so much for watching, and we shall see you on the next one.